Hello there.
So we had a whole bunch of freaking concept art come out for Avengers Doomsday, and in my last video I covered our first look at Doctor Doom, who in this movie looks insanely comic accurate, but in this video we are going to break down the first look at the evil Avengers, Planet Hulk, the return of White Vision, Star-Lord, as well as the Young Avengers. We're getting into it all in this video. If you guys enjoy my Marvel content, consider subscribing, and let's do it.
The Atomic Fair.
Okay, so our first official concept art hit the web from Avengers Doomsday, and I'm still a little bit shocked about it. I pretty much just woke up to this right in my face. It was one of the first things I saw when I opened my phone, and I was thinking to myself, is this AI? Is this real? I feel like, you know, with Shrek 5, with this freaking concept art, a lot of people's like first reaction is to think, is this AI? And that just shows kind of where we are at in society, with everyone starting to think that everything is potentially AI. But in this video, we for sure have our first look at Avengers Doomsday. So we're going to kind of start off light with our first look here at Star-Lord and White Vision lounging on the couch. So it seems like they are definitely going to be reforming the Avengers. And it seems like Star-Lord is somehow going to play a part. Now, what's interesting to me about this concept art is I'm wondering where this is at. I guess this would be the new Avengers compound potentially, but we're going to have to wait and see. Or is this like Star-Lord's house where he meets up with White Vision? I don't know. But in the next photo, we actually see Star-Lord with what looks to be the Young Avengers, with our first look at a aged up version of Speed. We also have Wiccan and other characters who have appeared in the Disney Plus shows. I'm not super excited about that, but it would kind of be cool to see Star-Lord be like the annoying dad to these Young Avengers. And then we have Wong here as well. Now what's interesting to me is the background. Now they're definitely in some kind of bar setting, or I don't know, some kind of lounge or restaurant setting. It almost looks galactic, but then when you look on the side, you see Dupe. Now Dupe is a mutant X-Men character, so it's actually surprising to see him here. So it makes us wonder if we're already delving into the multiverse here with our first look at fan favorite characters, or I don't know, I guess I just want to say like cult classic characters. I remember when I was a kid, Dupe was a character who came with the original Toy Biz Marvel Legends Deadpool. So I remember getting Dupe in the box and wondering who the heck this little guy is and looking him up when I was younger. But even in the background, it looks like it says something there that you can't quite make out. There's some kind of sign there for the restaurant or whatever. But, you know, I can kind of see the letter on the bottom of it where it looks like it says Dooms. But you know, I can't really be sure. It's really hard to see, and somebody would have to enhance the photo in a way that I just can't right now. But moving on from those pieces of concept art, we have our first look as well at the recasted Black Panther, who, man, they should have freaking done this, you know, years ago. They should have just recast this guy in the place of Chadwick Boseman. As much as I love Chadwick Boseman, you know, the character does not freaking die with the actor. That is an insane level of virtue signaling. But anyways, this is our first look at our new Black Panther. Now, there are rumors that this is actually an aged up young T'Challa from the multiverse, but his name, the actor's name, is Damson Idris, and even just in this little image here, you can see that he definitely resembles Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther in a lot of ways. So I think that this looks really good. Really excited to see this unfold on screen as well, and hear more about whether or not this is the multiverse or how they end up explaining this. I also think that this looks to be one of the coolest Black Panther costumes that we have seen in any movie. It looks to be a mix almost of some of the designs from Eric Killmonger's outfit, which, you know, at the time when I saw Killmonger's suit, I was like, man, he, in some ways, he looks cooler than Black Panther. So to see this also kind of embrace a classic comic style of Black Panther with the gold accents and the cape, I think it looks really, really good. But then we move on to what looks like Planet Hulk. It looks like we're going to get a good look at Planet Hulk in this movie, and it seems as if the Hulk is still in kind of in his smart Hulk form. So I guess that's kind of cool. But what I'm wondering in this movie, okay, because I don't know if this is Scar or another Mark Ruffalo Hulk variant. That's definitely She-Hulk right there, and that's definitely Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. But I'm wondering if this is off-planet in the 616 universe, or if this is actually in the multiverse, or even on a grander level, what if his son Scar is from the multiverse, and somehow Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner traveled to another universe where this Planet Hulk exists. But this is definitely Planet Hulk. You can see it in the background. There's a screaming, crying, angry kid. There's a bunch of green people everywhere, so this is for sure Planet Hulk. I think this is kind of going to be controversial for some fans, because for one, Planet Hulk in the comics was just the planet Sakaar. It wasn't an entire planet full of Hulks. This is actually reaching more into the Secret Wars comic line, where there's actually an entire planet of Hulks. That's more of what we're seeing here. But I think this feeds even more into people just wanting to see the raged out classic Hulk, and not a bunch of Hulk people or a bunch of Hulk kids or just a tamed Hulk. But we'll have to see. I'm sure this is going to pay off in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, and we are going to see the epic return of the Savage Hulk, potentially either face off against somebody like Wolverine or Red Hulk or Doom or something like that. Some way the Savage Hulk, I think, is going to return in these two movies. But then we have the best piece of concept art, which is Doctor Doom sitting on his throne in what looks to be his castle in what looks to be Latveria, with a bunch of variants of the Avengers, but they look somewhat evil. I don't want to say a bunch of variants, but you can see here an evil Doctor Strange, or a variant of Doctor Strange, perhaps Strange Supreme, perhaps the Doctor Strange who was supposed to die at the hands of the Illuminati after they killed Thanos in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. The design here looks kind of similar, but you can see other characters off to the side here. You see a little boy who I can't quite make out. Perhaps that is Doom's son. And then you have a woman here who I would like to say is a classic actress like Scarlett Johansson or something from the movies, but I just can't confirm it by looking at the concept art. But when you see Doom here on the throne, now this is just as epic as the other pieces of concept art, where you see that he is completely comic accurate, and that is just kind of doubled down on in this image, but he is fully embracing God Emperor Doom status with the all-white cloak. But what you see here, which is crazy to me, is it looks like Reed Richards is bound up by a variant of Sue Storm, who is kind of either in control by Doom now, which would kind of make sense in the film. I could kind of see how this would unfold, especially if they do something like has been done many times in the comics, where Sue Storm is essentially just kind of playing double agent, working a double role for Doom, as well as trying to eventually help her husband be freed. I could see this making a lot of sense as well, because Doom has always been secretly or kind of openly in love with Sue Storm. So it's just kind of mind-blowing that they are actually going fully comic accurate here with the medieval aesthetic, as well as Doom just looking so insanely good, man. I have never seen a comic character brought to life this good if they actually embody the concept art this well. And then just fully embracing the Renaissance aesthetic on Battleworld, which is where this appears to be. Man, this movie looks like it may just be the freaking one, man. This movie may actually be closer to the quality of Infinity War than I am anticipating, albeit it didn't have the insanely epic build-up that Infinity War had. But just looking at these pieces of concept art tells me a lot about this movie, and that the Russo brothers are taking heavy care to pay homage and honor to the comics that have been a staple at laying the groundwork for the MCU for almost 2 decades now. So comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think about this insane Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars concept art. And for this video, that's all I got. So until the next one, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.